What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel and another video. Today we are going to do an exhaust modification to the 440i. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so right now I am on the way to my muffler shop out there in Glendora. It's called Crown Auto, and the guys out there, Ernie and Jeff, are phenomenal people, and they've been with me since day one of when I first modified my F30. They're just phenomenal people overall. So guys, look, if you're around the LA area, if you need some exhaust work, hit up Crown Auto in Glendora. They will hook you up. They are just great people to work with. They are the ones that are responsible for my muffler delete, resonator delete, my AWE exhaust suite install. I mean, they just do really quality work. So right now I am on the way from Riverside to Glendora. So guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm driving like almost an hour to get there because I trust them that much, and they're just great service. So anywho, why am I deleting the resonators? Well, quite frankly, I am not about to go straight pipe and delete the muffler box like I did with my F30, just because, honestly, I am not about that loud game anymore. I want to sound good, I want to be noticeable, but I don't want to be annoying, you know, and quite frankly, BMWs get a bad rep of being that loud car, the annoying car, you know what I'm saying? But I really believe that we, as a BMW community, can just change that and bring quality over, right? So anywho, I'm gonna see how the B58 sounds with the resonators deleted, and I'll show you before and after sound clips. So yeah, let's get to that. All right guys, I wanna give you guys a few sound clips of how the 440i Gran Coupe sounds completely stock. Unfortunately, for the most part, with the stock muffler, not the M Sport exhaust, it's super quiet. I mean, gosh, it's not even that loud. It's literally like a Prius. I hate to say that, but it's very quiet. Right now I'm on Eco Pro, and it's not loud. Usually the F30, the 320i on Eco Pro, if you chop off the muffler, it's very loud. It's a lot of droning. But right here, once you can hear it, there's no presence, right? And then if you go to comfort mode, which I'll do right now, nothing either. It's almost the same thing, right? And I'm stepping on it, you can't really hear it, right? Nothing. Now, if I change it to sport mode, where the valves would open at certain RPMs, or maybe all of it, I'm not sure if it opens all the way, but there you go. Sport mode, the valves are open. Let me turn off the AC real quick so that way you guys can hear it fully. So obviously there's some presence right there, but I have to floor it. I mean, you're talking well over 3,000 and between 3,000 and 5,000 RPM. It's where you start to hear a little bit of the engine. But now we're getting into the whole debate. Are you hearing the actual exhaust, the motor, or is that active sound? I'll do it again. Not much presence, right? And I want to be noticeable. I'm not always going to be flooring it for people to hear me. I mean, my whole goal is for me to be noticeable. If I'm going through a parking lot, if I'm driving by somewhere slow, I want people to notice, like, oh yeah, he has a BMW and it sounds nice. That's my goal. Not to be annoying or anything, but you know. So for the most part, not really noticeable, no presence at all. I'm in debate if it's the active sound design that BMW installs, where basically it's a manufactured sound that spits out through the speakers to give you the enjoyment of how the car can sound, right? I mean, what are you gonna do? Let me roll down the windows and I'll show you how it sounds like in sport mode, at least, because we know that it's quiet and comfort right now, stock. So I'm gonna roll down the windows and give you that sound clip. Comfort. So that's comfort mode, right? It sounds a little aggressive outside in comfort mode. I believe that as soon as you floor it at a certain RPM range in comfort mode, the valves do open, which is interesting, right? So let's put it in sport mode and see what that does. I don't know if Sport Plus mode makes any difference at all. I don't think it does. It just releases the traction control. The valves do stay open the moment you go into sport mode and Sport Plus, so I don't think there's a big difference there. So let's see how it sounds now being in sport mode, and I will change the shifter to sport shifting. So as you can tell, it's a little bit of burbles, right? I gotta get away from that turbo diesel car because that's freaking loud. I'm trying to get you guys some better sound clips of how it sounds like in the cabin, sport mode. And I'll go sport plus just because I think I'm getting on the freeway, which is great because then I can really give you a good taste of how this thing sounds like. All right, so I'm gonna give you a good flooring sound clip. And now. So there you have it. Those are some sound clips in sport mode. Let's see if I can give you another one right now. God, I love the way this 440i just takes off. So anywho, I hope that helped. Obviously the windows were down. I don't know if you even heard any of the exhaust with all that wind noise coming in. I do have a dead cat on this microphone. So anywho, for the most part, pretty quiet. I have to floor it in sport mode for me to get some sort of sound action, which is not really fun because again, I want to be noticeable wherever I go. But let's see what the resonators do once I remove them. Let's get to Crown Auto Muffler Shop and remove them, and I'll show you some before and after sound clips. I'll see you guys there. All right, so it looks like we're not gonna do a resonator delete because of the pipe sizing right here. The 440i Gran Coupe has a weird shape to it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's ovally. And then over here, you finally get round, right, on the muffler. So if it was round like that, 3-inch piping would be an easier thing. You could easily just remove both resonators, but the 440i's have two resonators, one right there and one right here. And it makes it kind of complicated to remove and to weld, and I don't even know if it makes that much of a difference for that much amount of work. So you may even have to remove this strut bar to get it going. So what we're gonna do now is just remove the muffler actually. So right here you can see the muffler. We're gonna remove it and see how it sounds like, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, it looks like we're not gonna be doing a resonator delete. We're gonna be doing a muffler delete on the 440i. Startup. Is that comfort mode? Put on sport. Is that sport mode? Yeah. Yeah, I like it. So I decided to just not go back to the actuator because it's going to flutter. And if you try to keep the actuator on, because you are going straight pipe, it may cause fluttering or more tension on this than it's supposed to, and it might just malfunction. So I'd rather just keep this as one whole piece. That way in the future, if I need it, just pick it up. It's 4-inch exhaust tips. I'll give you guys some sound clips right now. Is that comfort? Left comfort. All right. This right here is sport. Okay. So it looks like I couldn't really do the resonator delete because it was complicated, and I explained that earlier. So what I did is I chopped off the muffler and added some amazing 4-inch black matte tips, which just look phenomenal. So right now I'm driving on Eco Pro to give you guys a little bit of a difference in driving modes, how the 440i B58 sounds like without a muffler. So I'm gonna stop talking and just let you experience what I'm experiencing in the cabin. Hopefully this microphone does justice. So that right there is Eco. Sorry, that's my GPS telling me where to go. So that's how it sounds like on Eco Pro. I'm about to hit a red light, so I'm gonna switch it over to Comfort. So for the most part, it sounds really good. It's obviously noticeable, so people know that I'm here and I exist. I just switched it to sport mode without changing the lever. So I'm gonna move this lever over, kind of let the RPMs go a little higher than normal on sport mode. In fact, let's go Sport Plus. Sport Plus mode. Wow. The burbles that it gives in between shifts are a lot louder and more defined. It's like a growl almost. It feels amazing. Even as it goes down the RPM, it sounds amazing, and it gives little tiny little burbles, which is great, right? Wow, it sounds phenomenal, guys. So I'm gonna do a couple more pulls on Sport. Let's go Sport Plus. There you go. All right, Sport Plus. I'm gonna give it a nice little pull. Sounds really nice, guys. I don't know if you guys hear that, but it sounds really good. It's not too loud. You know, I've heard other like M cars, like the S55 with no muffler, and my gosh, it's excruciating. It's so loud. I don't know how people can enjoy it. It sounds really good, guys. So what I'm gonna do now is show you how the cabin sounds like with all the windows up. I'm gonna close the top one too, and I'm gonna show you just how the car sounds overall. So that what you heard right there is Sport Plus with the lever on the left, which means higher RPMs, a sportier shifting style. And you know what? I got to tell you that it's very quiet in the cabin, and obviously what you hear in the cabin is going to differentiate between series of cars. I've had mine reinforced because there was an issue with my window seals that as I was driving the freeway at certain miles an hour, wind will come into the cabin, and it would just be really annoying. So BMW reinforced it, so it's super quiet in the cabin, right? I kept both resonators and deleted the muffler, and man, it just sounds really, really nice. So I'm excited, I'm happy. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you sub and hit that bell notification. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. I am so committed to this channel, it's not even funny. I'm uploading a video every single week. I have amazing partnerships, and one of them is Crown Auto in Glendora. Hit them up. Their information is in my description. If you're around the area, go and talk to them. They do quality work, and they know their stuff. And trust me, guys, they're not gonna jip you just because you own a BMW. Trust me, it's hilarious. I've talked to so many shops around the area, and I tell them, hey, I need a resonator delete, 3-inch piping. What's the rate look like? And they're like, well, it depends on the car. And I'm like, bro, piping is piping. Why does it really depend on the car? Obviously, there's strut bars and everything, but there's no clear. I mean, there's obviously nothing blocking the resonator, and I know what I'm talking about. So I literally said, 3-inch piping, 2 resonators. What would that look like, right? I would have said, hey, there's like a strut bar you're gonna have to remove, and I know my car, guys. They were quoting me a ridiculous amount of money. I'm like, dude, might as well just take it to the dealer, like legit. So this shop over here in Glendora, Crown Auto, these guys are phenomenal. Ask for either Ernie or Jeff. They took care of me. They've always taken care of me when it comes to exhaust work and even brake work. I've done brake work on my F30 with my, with the partnership with Sequence Brakes. They, colored and painted my rotors, my calipers, and they installed rotors, slotted and drilled rotors on my F30. I have that video up here somewhere, you can watch it, but they did a phenomenal job. They're efficient, they're quality, so check them out. Let them know you saw this video. And guys, again, thank you so much for watching and the support. I will see you in the next video. Later, guys.